Serving on the school board is both an honor and sometimes it can be a little concerning because you are dealing with things that affect more than 38,000 children in our school district. But it's also a great reward when you see that the fruition to things that you have worked on happens, and we are joined today by two of our newest school board members. Heath Rushing, we're glad you're with us.
Thank you very much.
Angela Conrad, the lone woman on the board. We're glad you are with us also, and congratulations to both of you. I know you're enjoying your service so far, at least I hope you are.
Absolutely.
Good,
Absolutely.
good. Heath, we'll start with you since you're on the end.
All right.
Why did you run for school board? And what has surprised you the most about service?
Right, sure. Well, for me, you hear a lot of people talk about work-life balance, those kinds of things. For me, it's really more than just those two. It's work-life and community balance, and trying to work to find opportunities to give back to the community as well. And so for me, school board rose to the top because of education being a big part of my life growing up, having a mom that's now a retired teacher after 30 years, a wife that taught for 8 years, and now 3 kids that are just getting started with my oldest Harper at Deerwood Elementary. So it seemed like a natural fit, and it seemed like something that I could get very passionate about and feel that I was having a positive impact in the community. So that's why I got involved.
And surprises? Any surprises?
Surprises, well, and this really isn't a surprise, and this actually is just kind of recently had an email back and forth with the student council at Kingwood High School. It was more of a reinforcement than anything about all of the good that comes out of Humble ISD. A lot of times, whether you're reading the media reports or anything, there can be a lot of things that are more negative in nature in terms of what goes on sometimes. But Dr. Sconzo does a great job keeping us informed of all the good, positive things that go on. We open all of our board meetings up with a positive inspiration. And to me, that's just helped really reinforce why I wanted to be a part of this district. And so by no means a surprise, but certainly a very helpful reinforcement.
Good deal. Angela, how about you?
Well, I'll tell you honestly, when I left the district to pursue a different career opportunity, I kind of felt like I was leaving the family back home. So when I was urged to seek this position, it just kind of seemed like the natural next step for me to use all that I had learned during my tenure in the district and just apply that in a new role. So,
any surprises?
Any surprises? Maybe the volume of information that we receive. I am surprised not being having a large presence in the community prior to being on the board. I am surprised and excited about our level of community involvement on so many different levels. So that's been a nice surprise.
Oh, good. Okay.
You know, we've said it before, but it can't be said enough. And that is that school board service really is the epitome of volunteerism. I mean, when you take into consideration the hours that literally you give to your service and responsibility as a trustee on the school board, when you think about, Angela, you said it really well, the volumes of not only information but issues and challenges and that ultimately the board is responsible for, that you are having to oversee and govern. When you think about all of that and you're volunteering, there is no compensation whatsoever. Lord knows there's very little glory. I think as a community we just couldn't commend you enough and frankly admire you enough for making the choice that you have made to serve on the school board. I'm curious, so if you think back to when you were running for the board and whatever thoughts you had about, you know, if I get elected, this will be like. Now that you're elected and serving, is the experience what you thought it was going to be prior to being elected? I mean, has it met the expectations?
I think so. Having been involved in the district, I had some idea. But, you know, it's presented its own challenges and rewards, too. So I think I saw it in the right light for what it was, and it's definitely a big time commitment. So.
It is.
It is.
Hard for anybody to appreciate, really,
But I
unless you
think
do it.
Both of us, especially since we have children in the district, it ultimately it's all worth it because we vision them in the classroom every day, and everything that we are doing has an impact on them. So
it does make a difference when you're a parent because you do see how it's going to affect your own children. Yeah, you're right.
How about you, Heath?
From my perspective, I quickly learned that it's not our role to try to run the district, quite frankly, because we have no idea how to do that and wouldn't know where to start. But I think what I've learned is what our role is, and is to create an environment in which every employee can do their job. And that starts in working with you, Dr. Sconzo, to ensure that we have resources put in the right spot, to make sure we have policies and procedures that are all geared towards enhancing learning in the classroom. And so I think as a board, if ultimately our focus is that, and we stay focused on those issues, that then we'll all be successful together. So that's kind of how I've seen this role as we've gotten started in this first year, at least for me. So.
Well, it does change over the years. You have ebbs and flows because you do have things that people criticize you for and then things that people thank you for.
Right.
So we wish you
Now
a
you're
great...
speaking like you've had little experience.
Been there, done that. You have to have a pretty thick skin sometimes, but you also are gratified to know the things that you have done have made a difference for the students. So we thank both of you for serving on the board. January was Board Appreciation Month, so I know we're a little behind, but we do want to personally thank you both for all your service and wish you good luck as you continue on this year and look at budgets in another new year because it's coming up quick.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. So don't go away. We'll be right back.